Welcome to Focus on Finance. Today, I want to share with you practical tools that will catapult you to financial success. Recently, a friend of mine by the name John shared with me his inspiring story. John works with one of the leading telecommunications firms in Nigeria. John and his colleagues are entitled to a loan facility of 10 million naira at 21% interest rate, courtesy of their company. Guess what his colleagues did? They took the loan and bought expensive cars. They went to the most expensive parts of the city and rented apartments at 10 million naira per annum. John's colleagues practically live on loans. As they pay a substantial part of it, they collect another one. But the funniest part of it all is that they have no substantial assets. What happens when they lose the job? The bubbles will burst. But John told a different line. John refused to collect the loan. What he did was he set specific financial goals. And his top goal was to be a homeowner within 2 years. He set about accomplishing his goals. And today, John is the proud owner of a beautiful house which he bought. The first step to financial success is you must set financial goals. You must set specific financial goals. This is the major difference between John and his colleagues. If you do not set financial goals, your finances will be subject to Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law states that the demand for a resource tends to match the supply of the resource. In other words, expenses tend to rise to match the available income. When you set specific financial goals, clear-cut financial goals, you will exercise financial discipline. But if you refuse to set financial goals, you might end up like a certain top executive of an oil company who, on consulting with his lawyer to draft a will, suddenly discovered that he had no substantial assets despite several years of earning fat salaries. The second step to financial success is you must develop a wealth consciousness. Some weeks back, I was at the postgraduate school of one of the top universities in the country. I was scheduled to see one of the officials there. So I went there on this particular day, and on getting to his office, I realized that there were quite a number of people there to see him as well. But he was not on seat, so we had to wait for him. So we waited for him, and He came back to the office, and he asked if any of us had a pen. So one of us brought out a very expensive pen and stretched forth his hand to hand it over to the official. But he rejected the pen. We were surprised. Guess what the official said? It is only rich people that use such pens. Poor people like us use the cheap ones. Does anybody have a biro? Don't ever sell yourself short. Some years ago, Harvard University conducted a study of 16,000 people, and they found that the qualities that determine success or failure were all mental. To increase your income, you need to first achieve your goals, your financial goals, in your mind before you can achieve them in reality. You need to see yourself as though you were already the kind of person you want to be, earning the kind of income you want to earn. It starts in your mindset. Picture yourself as rich. Look around. Look for people that are earning far more than you are. And picture yourself exactly like them. This is because you become what you think about most of the time. You will never achieve a particular income level until you first achieve it in your mind. Don't sell yourself short like that university official. The third step to financial success is you must cultivate the right belief. Recently, I read of a certain woodcutter. For more than 2 years, this woodcutter had supplied a particular homeowner woods for the homeowner's wood fireplace. On a particular occasion, the homeowner requested for more wood, more logs of wood, and the woodcutter supplied them, but the homeowner was not at home. So on getting back, he discovered that most of the logs of wood were oversized. The woodcutter was aware that for each log of wood to fit into the fireplace of this particular homeowner, the diameter must not be more than 7 inches. But he supplied oversized logs. So the homeowner placed a call to the woodcutter, asking him to either exchange the oversized logs or to split them. But the woodcutter said, I can't do that. My splitting the woods would cost more than the entire log. Sorry. He called the phone. So the homeowner was left with the duty of cutting the wood himself. So he set about it, started splitting the wood, and halfway he discovered a certain log and realized that there was a knot hole that someone had plugged. So he picked the log and he realized that it was unusually light and hollow. So he placed it down, and in one fell swoop of the axe, it split. And out came a blackened roll of tin foil. So the homeowner picked the tin foil and opened it, and he discovered $50 bills and $100 bills. He counted the money and it amounted to $2,250. So he picked the phone again and called the woodcutter. Where did you cut the wood? The woodcutter told him, I can't do that. That's my trade secret. If I tell everybody how I do my business, they will cheat me every time. He hung up. That was how the woodcutter lost out of a good break. The import of this story is that our wrong beliefs tend to cheat us of the good breaks of life. For you to be financially successful, you need to have the right mindset, the right belief. Belief or self-concept is the way you see yourself. It's like a computer operating system that determines the way you see, the way you feel, the way you talk, and the way you act. So you need to have the right belief. Cultivate it. It can. So for you to cultivate the right belief, you need to do what I call conscious affirmations. Speak to yourself. Control your self-talk. The words you speak to yourself will determine how you turn out. Speak the right words to yourself. Speak to yourself. Speak to your situations. If you do not control your belief, you will end up like a particular engineer who went for a job interview in one of the top telecommunication firms in the country. So she passed all the tests, and so she sat before the panel for to discuss to negotiate her salary. So they asked her how much she wanted to earn per month. Guess what she said? 30,000 naira. That's about $184. $184.90. The panel members, they were surprised because what they had in mind for her was 450,000 naira per month. That's about $2,774 per month. Needless to say, she didn't get the job. So, for you to have financial success, number one, set specific financial goals. Number two, develop a wealth consciousness. Number three, have the right belief. Thank you, and see you soon.